stop.
But I also had myself in the shot in the mirror too. So
There you go. Look, I get results. Any means necessary, okay? I get results. He's delivered a healthy baby. There have been signs, wonders, and miracles, and more to come. Like I said, by any means necessary.
wow. So what do you think about this lady here, this Pilates instructor?
I love my Pilates instructor.
Do you?
I do.
Slowly roll yourself up. Over here for lungs. Inhale. And exhale. Switch. Switch. Switch and switch. Knees to your chest. Take a moment. Let's do double leg stretch. Inhale. Put the arms and legs up. And 2 more. Let's keep those abs in. And 1 more. And stretching the hamstring. 1, 2. Not too low on the extended leg. 1, 2. And 4. So we're doing the legs right now unilaterally, which is really great if there's one leg that tends to be the dominant leg that's a little stronger than the other. We're in different sports, so talk to me.
No, it was a good stretch. I felt my shoulder and then my lat even more when I leaned a little more, and then at the end it was just my abs were starting to cramp.
Because you're working out too.
So I had to get out of there because it was like an accordion, it was tight. But definitely, I could feel it was hard to keep the shoulder down. And once you told me to lean towards you, I could feel my lat engage a little more. So it was a good stretch through the shoulder and through the lat. So
do what you just did now and feel what that does to your posture.
I'm trying to inhale when I'm exhaling.
Let the elevator go to the top. Inhale.
it's just so
Exhale.
different.
Can you elongate those arms toward me? Good. Using the hamstrings and the abs. Feel the difference?
Yes.
And we're taught push.
Yes.
Because we're doing a leg press.
Exactly.
Muscles pull. Because that creates length and flexibility. That's why I said this is going to take your weight training to a whole nother level. And those are the muscles that you work. You know how you laugh so hard your stomach hurts? Those are the muscles that you work in Pilates.
Yes, I can feel them.
You can feel them? Nice deep inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Think if you're really inhaling. We don't inhale. We're helping people, but you know what I mean. Take it in. Now exhale over.
My name's Kathy, and I've been coming to Pilates by La-Sharon for about 6 weeks now. As she stated, I started off with some lower back pain, had bulging disc in L5 and S1, and just couldn't find any relief on a consistent basis. And thanks to La-Sharon and the great work we've been doing here in the Pilates studio, I've been pain-free for 6 weeks.
Wow. So you got immediate results then? Or?
I did. After the first time I walked out, actually, my friend Julie talked me into coming.
Your mom says, today you're going to Pilates, and here Haley is.
I'm like a wing/post player. I play mainly on the outwards though.
Okay. And what, do you have an injury or something you're trying to work through?
I have like a sore lower back. It's nothing like super major, but my mom thinks Pilates will help.
Okay, so we'll see, right? Does it look like she's standing like this? Or?
She is slightly. And my guess would be that she's used to favor one side, which is, again, is common because with an athlete, they have a dominant side. Go forward a little more. Can you go forward a little more? We have sound effects. Now, lift up a little high. Lift up, lift the chest. Lift the chest, lift her, just kind of like giving her a guide of, okay, this is the direction we want to go. So inhale, lift up, try to breathe through the spine. There you go. You can see how the breath just opened it up a little more. See if you can breathe a little more. Like, think of very tall as you push your bar up toward the ceiling. Awesome. There's that length. Okay, now exhale, tilt the pelvis back toward me. Draw the navel to your spine. Look into your navel. Look into your navel. Where's your navel? It's down here. Yeah. Exhale, all the air of the lungs. Come on, Mom. Show her how it's done. Inhale. This is like twice your age.
I don't do this every day.
Oh! Inhale. And she did up until 6 weeks ago. What you gonna do? I know you're competitive, right? Yeah. Oh, so come on up a little higher. Let me see how competitive. So bend the knee. Okay, so give it like gentle. 1, 2. Here you go. 1, 2. 1, 2. Show off. And this is just after 6 weeks. Look at that. 4. 1, 2. And switch. 7. Wrap. 6. Is that a smile or a grimace? 5.
Yes.
4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Good for you. we still pouring it.
What's going on?
She's wearing my yoga
lost
pants.
a clothing size.
You've lost a clothing size in 6
Yeah.
weeks.
She's now wearing.
And she's wearing what?
She's wearing my yoga pants.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
And she didn't come in for aesthetic purposes. She came in for back pain and injury.
How do you feel now? How's your back?
I feel great now.
It looks like you're standing a whole lot straighter. You look a lot taller. So,
Hey,
I couldn't explain it to her. I just kept trying to tell her, you need to go and just let Lasharon look at you.
Take your medicine today? She forgot to take her medicine, so if it's a little off, just ignore her. So one of the things that Pilates has done is got more movement, healing, more alignment, and better posture, and actually is made for one to relocate from Mars back into her body. So now she has joined us Earthlings.
Connected with Lasharon at a trade show, a trade event. And I was there looking for people to enter my business. And this unbelievably radiant, beautiful
That was me.
soul said she was a Pilates instructor. And I said I had had a horrible experience with Pilates in the past and never wanted anything to do with it again because it had messed me up physically very badly. And she promised me that it would be different. And it took me a while to get around to it because, as I said, I was
2 years
really
I had
scared.
actually
2
moved
years.
my studio. She had to hunt me down, relocate me. Go ahead.
Before I finally found her again, and she's been wonderful for me. It's really, really made a difference. And she's lived up to her promise. She hasn't hurt me. She's helped me. So I really, really appreciate that because that's what the goal is, right? Well, I had been in a car accident over 25 years ago. So I had been in pain pretty much forever. There was virtually no days I went without Excedrin during that 25 years. And because of that, I had tried multiple different things. It was like every year there was a new something I was trying. I flew back and forth to San Diego for physical therapy every 3 weeks for almost a year. So I'm very committed to having a great quality of life. And this lady,
Aww, get that on
she makes the
camera.
difference.
So one time she's not slapping me. Those lips were probably used for something sweet.
Yes, Pilates is fun, and I love my instructor.
Yay, she likes me too. So 15 minutes on the power plate is equivalent to an hour in the gym. You get pushing all the way against the plate. Feel the abs there. Right now we're working the abdominals, strong legs. Tug the chin a little bit more, but lift the neck up slightly.
It feels different. It's a different kind of training.
The weight training works from the muscles out. The Pilates works more from the spine and the joints. And the power plate actually works from the central nervous system. So though the muscles are being worked, it's actually working that deep from the nervous system. That's what the vibration is.
so what is this exercise doing now?
This is actually working her abdominals. So actually we are going still abdominals because she did the plank and then we're taking her into hundreds. She can also intensify it by taking her legs out. She can extend the legs a little lower if she wanted. She has shoes on. We normally don't have shoes on for hundreds, so I'm going to keep her up a little higher. A couple more. Exhale, hold the air. Go one more time. Inhale. And exhale, hold the air. Pause right there. Bring your knees to your chest. Go a little higher, reach a little further. Go ahead and lay yourself back. Anytime you use weights on the power plate, it's going to be a fraction of what you normally would. Again, it's accelerated. Your body is the mass. So we're going to go light on the weight. This would be equivalent to a deadlift in the gym. So shoulders on your back, hands against the legs. Keep the upright spine. Keep your weight directly in the ankles, or I should say in the arches of the feet. From there, you'll keep a straight spine going over from your hips. Pause right there. Nice long arms. Go a little deeper from the hips. You can soften the knees a tad. Make sure the weight is staying forward on the feet. And everyone has their own range of motion of how far their flexibility will allow them to go. My main concern is that the abdominals are engaged, collarbones are pulled back, look straight ahead. Flatten the back a little bit. Soften the knee if you need to. Let's keep the wrist straight. So you can bring your weight forward a little bit, working through the hamstrings. Exhale as you pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Envision as you're going out, Heidi, that the hip flexors are opening up. And now pull yourself in. Another cue would be think of pulling your knees up toward your thighs. Want to relax those toes and hug the inner thighs. All 10 toes are pulled back toward you. Inhale, take yourself all the way out. Now exhale, pull yourself in. Lower that chin just slightly. And lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. So that the knees remain right up over the hips. So we want to just close at the ribs. And then keep the arms long as you roll back. Go ahead and curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. Take a moment, pause. Reach your arms out longer before you roll back. And those ribs, curl the ribs. There it is. And now the arms reach out longer, go up the wall, across the ceiling, so you keep that connection. Again, go back to your ribs, curl from the ribs, reach out those arms super long to keep that connection. Here's the opposition, arms and legs are out, the abs are in. Pull back as you articulate, good. Curl all the way up, reach your arms out a little longer, and now pull the knees back. Muscles always pull, sometimes people think of pushing, muscles pull. So when she's going out with the carriage, she's pulling out, she's pulling in, especially with Pilates because we're working every muscle that attaches at the joint, which is why usually there's not the soreness that you would feel weight training, which actually shortens the muscles. Pilates elongates and it works antagonistic muscles. Take yourself straight back, take the leg with you. Bring your shoulder on your back, position, look at me. Okay, now stay looking at me, rack the waist, not the head, because if you take the head, the spine won't go any further. Wrap the waist, pull the leg this way. Keep the head with me. Wrap the waist. And you feel the opposition. Now open the chest a little more, you'll feel it even more. Awesome.
How'd that feel?
Good. I always leave feeling better than I came.
That was good.
That's the goal. Better than the average bear, boo-boo.
Now, she was saying that you're pregnant again right now, or?
I am pregnant again.
Wow.
I'm 11 weeks pregnant.
Okay, so you're doing Pilates when she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's doing prenatal Pilates.
I love my Pilates instructor.
Do you?
I do.
Pilates is fun, and I love my instructor.